Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be about the negative narcissist, as more often than not being around negative people has a negative influence over you and a negative impact on your life. Narcissistic people have a manipulative way. They have many different mind games they play to exploit you and to exploit those around them, which inevitably drains you and drains those around the narcissist. When around negative people, when around narcissistic people, they emotionally drain you. They drain your energy. They drain your family. They drain your friendships. They drain your abilities. They drain your finances. They drain your emotions. They take everything they can away from you for their own gains. They take your hopes. They take your dreams. They take your happiness and they take your self-esteem. Because once they've lowered your self-esteem, once that negative impact has negatively influenced you into lowering your self-esteem, they find it easier to manipulate you because you no longer feel worthy. You no longer feel enough. You've no longer got the support network of friends and family and finances. So it's easier for the narcissist to then gain control over your life. So this video is going to focus on being around negative people, the signs that somebody is a negative person, and what you can do. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It is greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about the narcissist personality disorder to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with in your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you overcome narcissistic abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. So number one sign of being around a negative person is the fact that they always have to be right. They are never wrong. And in order for them to never be wrong, they're going to make those around them wrong. Because we're not right all the time. We all make mistakes in life. However, narcissistic people do not want to admit to these mistakes. They do not want to take responsibility. They will not take ownership for their negative or toxic behavior. Therefore, they're going to negatively influence somebody else by blaming somebody else, by bringing somebody else down, by accusing somebody else of being in the wrong, which negatively impacts your self-esteem because you're the one always questioning, because you do take responsibility for your behavior. Was it me? Am I wrong? Because you've got that growth mindset where you're willing to learn from life, whereas they're only ever willing to be right, and in order to be right, they're making everyone else out to be wrong. Now, sometimes both parties can be a little bit right and a little bit wrong because they're seeing it from a completely different perspective. So if you've got a number 6 written and someone's looking at it from this side, and it's that way up, it looks like a number 9. And if someone's looking at it from this side, it looks like a number 6. So both parties are right from their viewpoint, even though from the other person's viewpoint, both parties are then wrong. However, a narcissist isn't looking to see it from someone else's point of view. They're not looking to compromise. They're looking to tell you that you're wrong and they're right. 2, pointing out your mistakes, pointing out your flaws, pointing out your weaknesses, pointing out your insecurities. And they can do this in an overt way where they directly tell you that you're not capable of doing that, you shouldn't be wearing that, you shouldn't be going there, that job's not for you. Or they can do it in a covert way where they will claim that perhaps that's not really for you. Maybe you should look into that. Or they will point out somebody else's failings and say, well, I wouldn't do that if I was you. You don't want to end up like that, do you? So they will do it in the most obvious ways or hidden ways of bringing you down, pointing out your mistakes, pointing out your errors constantly to get you to question and doubt yourself. And sometimes they will do it in front of other people to humiliate you in front of those people. However, if you point out one of their mistakes in front of other people, that's when their tantrums begin, because they are the self-entitled hypocrite, where it's one rule for them and another for you. They're allowed to, however, in their eyes, you're not. Which rolls into number 3. They gloat about other people's misfortune, or they make judgment on other people. So if somebody has always had 2 cars on their driveway, 2 cars parked in front of their house, and suddenly they've only got 1 car parked in front of their house, the narcissist is going to be that window curtain twitcher going, I wonder if they've hit financial difficulty. They've only got 1 car now. They're always going to be looking to try and pull other people down. If they've always wanted to own a big camper van, then their neighbour gets a big camper van. They're going to then stand there saying, oh, look at them with a tin tent. They're going to find a way to negatively pull that person down to feel better about their own insecurities, their own inadequacies. If someone loses their job, they're not going to be supportive of that person. They're going to go all out to bring that person down. If somebody is homeless, they're not going to be supportive. They're going to go all out to insult them, to say, well, they should have worked harder. They're not going to be interested in looking at what's happened in that person's life. They're not going to sympathise or empathise with another person. They're going to gloat about other people's mistakes, gloat about other people's misfortunes. They're going to create conflict, drama and chaos within the family unit, within the friendship group, within the neighbourhood. You can have a narcissist that's got 2 neighbours, and one neighbour's built a fence slightly over the other person, which is none of the narcissist's business. However, they're going to get all up in that business to try and create an argument between those 2 neighbours that, for all the narcissist knows, might have already agreed on where the fence went, but the narcissist wants to get in there and cause the disagreement, cause the conflict. They happily want to see people lose things, usually because the narcissist is envious of those things that the other people have, down to the relationship that 2 neighbours might have, because the narcissist doesn't have that relationship with those neighbours. They will gossip a lot in a negative way. They're always looking for ways to bring other people down, and they can gossip about what somebody else has done that you might have done in your past as an indirect way of bringing you down. And when they are gossiping about other people, when they are talking about badly about other people, they expect you to take their side. If you don't take their side, if you don't agree with them pulling someone else's down, you will be made to feel in the wrong. They will start coming at you for not being there for them just because you don't want to gossip with them, because you don't want to talk badly of another person. There's a difference between gossip. Most people can gossip at one point or another in their lives. There's a difference between gossiping and bringing other people down, making stuff up to spread rumours, to slander people, to start a smear campaign, to gossip about people, to try and destroy other people, which is what narcissistic people try to do, destroy others to feel better within. And if you don't take their side, they're going to play the victim. Narcissistic people are very good at being the hero or playing the victim. They will never be the villain, only if they can make out that you're the one making them to be the villain. So they can play the victim role by saying, oh, I knew you'd blame me. Oh, I knew it would be my fault. Oh, you never take my side. If I'm such a bad person, why are you still my friend? Why are you still my husband? Why are you still my wife? Why are you still around me? To get you to feel bad for judging them, and to get you to make it up to them for not taking their side, even though they will rarely take your side. And no matter what you do for them, nothing will ever be good enough. You can give a narcissist everything and they will still claim that you're the one that's being ungrateful. Because no matter how much you give them, they always want more. They're always negative. They always feel hard done to. They always feel like you're not giving them enough. However, they want to breadcrumb you and give you very little to extract the maximum from you. Narcissists have that double standard. You give, they take. Yeah, they're only willing to give if there is something they can take from you. They do not give for giving's sake. They are that self-entitled hypocrite. It is one rule for them and another rule for those around them. How to handle yourself around these people? No contact is always best when it comes to negative people, or limited contact. And grey rock, recognise who they are, recognise their negativity. You cannot help them with your kindness. They exploit your kindness. You cannot help them with your sympathy. They will exploit your sympathy. They will use your emotions against you to get their needs met by you, which is why no contact is always best. Limited contact and recognising who they are, the games they play if you cannot go no contact, so that they can't negatively impact your life. Recognising what they are doing rather than how what they do makes you feel. Dealing with your emotions yourself, not going to them to explain how they're making you feel, because they will use that against you to make you feel worse. Recognise that person's hurt my feelings. I need to distance myself from that person. That person doesn't understand how they've hurt me. I need to stop explaining because they're doing it all the more. I'm giving them the ammunition. Every time I explain to them how they've hurt me, they've used it against me to hurt me more. So I need to stop explaining to them because they're using that as ammunition against me. I need to recognise that that's who they are. It's not who I am. Know your intentions, because a narcissist will try to twist your intentions onto their intentions because they're coming from their viewpoint. And trying to explain your intentions to them isn't going to work because they're not going to believe you. They don't want to understand you. Most of them probably think you're trying to gaslight them. So know your intentions so well that you don't take on board other people's opinions of your intentions. Remember, with good intentions, there's no wrong way or right way to live your life. There is only your way. It doesn't matter how other people are living theirs. It matters how you are living yours. Narcissistic people are that busy getting in everybody else's business. They fail to recognise, they fail to take care of their own business. But they do it in a way of pulling people down. There's no wrong in getting on other people's business, trying to help people, trying to support people, learning when to back away. But it's all about the intentions behind the behaviour. Be willing to learn, be willing to gain the knowledge, be willing to gain the understanding, and be willing to let go of those who hurt you, so that you can find yourself, so that you can find your dreams, you can find your passion, you can find your hobbies, you can find your joy, you can find your happiness, because negative people are always going to be looking for ways to bring you down to feel better about themselves. I shall add some resources into the description. I shall add the video on why we need to stop explaining ourselves to narcissistic people and why narcissistic people seek to hurt others. If anyone has any thoughts on the video, please do add those into the comments. Thank you very much for listening. Go out there, create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.